Names of amines. Amines are nitrogen-containing compounds, and there are more drugs that have this particular functional group, that is nitrogen, than any other element. It's true not only of illicit drugs, but pharmaceutical drugs too, that we take on an everyday and life-saving basis. The magic number for nitrogen is 3 covalent bonds. Carbon, you know, is 4, oxygen 2, hydrogen 1, but nitrogen, its magic number is 3. Here's the structure of a typical amine. And down below, I've given its IUPAC name. Let's look at the name and see if we can come up with the rules for naming these compounds. The longest chain is always our starting point. I see 4 carbons. The name is derived from butane. We've dropped the E and added that amine ending. So it's a butanamine. And then we have to indicate the position of the nitrogen, and so we want to number the chain to get the lowest number for the position. That means we'll number from the right-hand side. At position 2, we've got that amine group. It's 2-butanamine. Let's look at a couple more structures. Here I've put up a structure to try and remind you to remember that rule number 1 is always to find the longest chain. And the longest chain in this case would curve down. This is not an ethyl group, it's part of the longest chain. And if we count all of those carbons, we've got 6. So hexane would be the base word. We've dropped the E, added amine. It's a hexanamine. Then we want to number the chain. We'd number it from the right-hand side so that we get a lowest possible number for that NH2 group that's attached. It's 2-hexanamine. And that means that the methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4, the only thing we haven't named is this CH3 right here. It would be at position 4, 4-methyl 2-hexanamine. Here's a structure that's a little bit different. Nitrogen likes to form 3 covalent bonds, and there can be more than 1 carbon attached to that nitrogen. We could have 3 carbons even attached to the nitrogen and still have a neutral nitrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Butanamine would be the base word. And numbering from the left-hand side this time, at position 2, we have this nitrogen. It's 2-butanamine. And now the only thing that we haven't named is this methyl group. And we need to locate it as well. It's attached to the nitrogen. It's not attached to the longest chain. So the capital N indicates its position. It's N-methyl 2-butanamine. Let's look at another example. With this structure, we see that the nitrogen has 3 carbons attached. So it's a tertiary amine. The longest chain over here is 3 carbons, so our base word would be propanamine. The nitrogen is attached to that chain of 3 at position 1, 1-propanamine. I see something I left out, little hyphen right here. And attached to the nitrogen, I've got a methyl group. I've also got an ethyl group. And we need to locate both of those and name both of those. So it's N-ethyl, N-methyl, 1-propanamine. And in this case, I've arranged the groups alphabetically, ethyl before methyl. If we have an aromatic amine, the base word, or the base structure is called aniline. It's a common name, but it was used so commonly for years and years that they incorporated it into the IUPAC system. So derivatives of aniline will keep that base word. Here I've added a methyl group. If the base structure or the base word is aniline, that means this position on the benzene ring is number 1. The methyl group would be located at 2. It's 2-methyl aniline. Or with benzene nomenclature, when groups have the relationship of 1 and 2 to each other, do you remember we can use the word ortho, or just abbreviate that as O, O-methyl aniline.